Hi everyone. Hi Dr. Smith. This is team number 2. We have 5 members in our team. My name is Din. I also have Longton, Kaylee, India, and On in my team. For this project, we did Europoly, which is an edition of real estate board game Monopoly, a very popular game that many of you may already play it. For the package diagram, we have a very standard one where India is responsible for the player GUI package. Kaylee is responsible for the player communication package. Server backend package, where we have Longton did it and did the server communication package, and then is responsible for the database package. For the database design diagram, we only have one table, which is the user table. So for the ER diagram, we only have one table user, which have two fields, the username and the password, where the username is the primary key, which is why it is underlined. We also use encryption and decryption for the password. For the functional requirement, I chose roll dice functional requirement. So when the player rolls the dice, when it is his or her turn. The use case description for the roll dice functional requirement is that the actor is the player. So when the player select roll dice option, which is when the player click on the roll dice button on the game panel, the game panel control will know that and then send that the player roll the dice to the server. The server will go ahead and roll the dice, which is system rolls dice and then sends the roll dice, send the dice to all the clients. So the system passes the dice score to all the clients. The entry condition is that the player is in the game, so he must successfully log in and is in the game, and it's their turn to roll the dice. The exit condition is the player is presented with move player options so that the player is moved to the position corresponding to the dice that she or he received. Inertial class diagram related to the roll dice functional requirement is that is not quite correct because we initially thought that the game controller will do the roll dice and then send the result to the server, and the server just notify all the players, which is not the correct way to do it. So as you can see in the class diagram, we have the game controller associated with the game data, where the game data will do the roll dice and then send that information to the server, and the server just notify all the players. So the correct way is in the final class diagram, where the game clients will send when the player click on the roll dice button, the game controller will send it to the server, and the server will actually do the roll dice and then send that dice, send the dice score to all the clients. So the game client will receive the all client game data or the client game data, which have the dice score inside of it. And then we call the game panel control to update the GUI for the roll dice for the player. So that the server, as you can see in the class diagram, will actually have the game data, and we call the dice, which will roll the dice. We have a method roll the dice, and then it will return the dice score to all the clients by sending it to all the clients. And that's all I have for the slides. Next, Longton will help me to do the demonstration for our game playing. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Longton. Um, I'm gonna go through and demo our Monopoly game for you. Um, this is our database. Um, we only have one table in our database, which is a user table, and it stores a user and a password, and it's encrypted. Well, this one's not encrypted. But this too is the user are the users that we're going to be using to demo today game. Um, So you can see that. Now I'm about to start the server. Oh, and also I have a laptop next to me that's going to be logging as um, Dean, and he will be user player 2, and we're logging as Longton, myself as player 1. All right, start the server. About to get my client. Client 1 is going to be Longton. He's going to be player 1. As you can see, player 1, Longton, start 20,000. This is just a format for the label. It has a player and the initial money, but there aren't really player in this game. Even if you start it, you won't be able to play the game. So we need another person log in to be able to play the game. I'm about to log in from my other computer as Ding. Okay. As you can see, it's a client 25 logged, successful login as Dean, and you can see Dean is logged in. So about the game, real quick, it's a 2-player game. We have the 2 pieces down here. Player 1 is the cat, and player 2 is dog, and they both have color coordinated. Player 1 is red, and player 2 is blue. For this game, we were able to buy and not buy properties. Those are the decisions that you could be making as a player. As in, if you want to buy the property early on, where it's cheap, but you won't be able to get much of a rent back from the other players, or you can save up money and try to buy the big properties and get more in return. So it's like you gotta find that balance and decision, and you can't really buy you can't do the Nayu and just buy everything, because we lowered down the money as well to make it more a little bit more competitive for everyone. As for the casino, jail, vacation, lottery, and go to jail, the start does work, but for all of these, we haven't implemented any functions for them at the moment. But the start, once you pass the start square, it will give you. We changed from 5,000 to 1,000 because um, if we get 5,000, then the game would never end, because there's not really other functionality to take money away from players. So we changed it to 1,000 just to make it easy to lose the game. Okay, I'm about to start the game. As you can see, this is our roll dice, and this is the player's log, and it tells us that it's player turn, whose turn it is, and it's Longton's turn, player 1's turn. I'm about to roll the dice, and you see it, as you can see, the pieces move, and I land on the local tax, and it said you roll 4, which is a 4. You are taxed by the local tax, pay 5,000. Your money, 20,000 minus 5,000, you get you 15,000. And as you can see, the roll dice button is disabled, and it tells us that Dean is his turn. And you can see the pieces move when I roll the other when player 2 rolled dice. And there you go. We're at Athens, and the players rolled the 3, and the price is 1,500. I'm going to buy it from Dean, and it tells us that Dean purchased Athens for 1,500. So the money is 20,000 minus 1,500, 18,500, which is what the current money for this player is. And you can see my button it came back. Now it's my turn. I'm going to do the naive way, which is just buy whatever square comes. So the greedy. I'm going to see the buy button popped up because we are able to buy this property. We're going to buy it. Oh, and another thing you can see, once the player buy a property, there's borders around the square, and it's color coded to each of the players. So this one belongs to player 1, and then this one belongs to player 2. And now it said that I purchased Longton purchased for 4,000, and this is how much money he has left. And now it's player Dean's turn. We know the dice, and it said, as you can see, we didn't implement anything for the jail, so it just said thank you for visiting the Euros jail. So next, I'm going to buy it. Now I have 6,000. And Dean is going to buy it. I'm going to show you the function of not buying. So when you not buy, it automatically just ends your turn, and it goes to the next players, and nothing was bought or no action was taken. I'm going to go ahead and just buy it. I'm gonna roll. Oh, yes. So we do have a little bit of function for go to jail. It said that I rolled 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I landed in go to jail square, and we are arrested, and now you are in jail. So it automatically rolls you to jail. However, we don't have the functionality of like you have to roll certain dice to get out of jail or pay the jail fee to get out of jail. So this player will be able to move next round. I'm gonna go ahead and move. Oh, and also, yeah, that's it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and move this player. And I'm going to just go ahead and buy it. Oh, what happened? Okay, there's a lose and won function. See, you lost because Dean. Wait, Dean's supposed to be losing. Okay, but here's the loss and function for the game. And thank you.